Oh, howdy all, grab yourself a drink, it is time for some Path of Exile discussion. Today I wanted to talk about Trial of Glory and why it's one of the most underrated clusters on the Atlas passive tree. Now this is something that you should not take if you're running a highly juiced mapping strategy, so if you're using gilded or better scarabs on every map, then definitely don't take this, but if you're not in that situation, I highly recommend that you give this one a shot. Now what this does, when you're running a tier 6 or higher map, you will have about an 8% chance to have a Labyrinth trial in there. These will by default award one of the stupid offerings to the goddess, i.e. something that is pretty much worthless, and you would never really want to add them onto your maps. However, there is also this 20% chance for them to upgrade to an improved offering, and you will know this before you enter the trial. So I'm currently standing at the Trial of Ascendancy plaque in this Trial of Crippling Grief, and as soon as I click this, you'll see, and I got an enriched token there, and I knew I was going to get an enriched token beforehand. The reason for this is that outside in the map, you'll see that it looks different. There is this awards an improved offering to the goddess, and there is this cool little orange effect around the portal. So that tells you that you are going into an uber-duper labyrinth trial rather than a regular uber trial. So what you do is you allocate this cluster on your Atlas passive tree, and every time you get a regular offering to the goddess trial, you just walk straight past it like you normally would. But when you do get one of the uber ones, you definitely do it, because it's a 1 in 3 chance of getting a gift to the goddess, which is worth a lot, like 1.7 divines at the time I'm recording this video. And if you don't get that, you got the fallback of getting a dedication to the goddess, like I got there, which is about 50 chaos. And even if you get the bogey prize of the tribute to the goddess, well, they're about 10C or so. There is also a fairly difficult challenge that is tied to the enriched Uber Labyrinths this league, and that's something you want to keep your eye on because this is something that will get more expensive as the league goes up. So the tributes to the goddess and the dedications to the goddess will mostly be used by people who are looking to do that challenge, and it's the sort of challenge you might fail a few times before you succeed it as well. And that's going to mean that there'll be a lot more demand for those weaker tokens later on in the league. And even then, the tributes to the goddess are worth running because the silver key chests in them are the best source around for Grand Spectrum jewels, and those things can be worth quite a bit too. So basically, Trial of Glory, don't take it if you're running gilded scarabs or winged scarabs, but do consider it if you're not running those expensive scarabs because it will provide you a decent boost. If you do take the whole cluster, about 1 in every 28 maps that you run will have an Enriched Labyrinth trial in it. One of the things I really like about this strategy is it doesn't waste your time when it doesn't work. If you go into a map and there's no Labyrinth trial in there, or if you go in there and there's a Labyrinth trial that just awards an offering rather than an improved offering, then it doesn't really take up any of your time while you're mapping at all because you run straight past it. You look at it, you go, yep, not what I'm looking for, and just keep moving on. But the times that you do a Labyrinth trial, you will on average be paid out pretty well for it. That's all I got on this. May your Varlorbs have interesting results.